Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I'm working on photos still from Milwaukee, and you can see right here we were at the domes. I've got a full 6x8 page over here. This one is actually kind of a 3x8 insert. It's a little bit bigger, but I took it right from a brochure that they had at the location. The back side's already done. I did use part of the back to do this, but now I have the front. I don't know that I'm actually going to do anything over here because I like the way it looks as is. If I did anything, I might add a little phrase or something there. Otherwise, it may just end up staying as is. But for over here, I need a pocket card here, and I have already looked through my bin of stuff, and there's nothing that I have that's really geared for this. I have some things, but they're kind of like, they're winter based, and yeah, it was winter, there was snow, but it's not quite what I want. I want something a little brighter, especially because I've got this purple happening over here. I feel like I should take advantage of it. And then I'm considering, this is still in the pocket here, but I'm considering taking this photo and trimming it down a little bit. There's a lot of dead space here, and I feel like if maybe I cut off even just a ½ inch, I could maybe find something, a purple background of some kind, and then mat it on there just to bring in a little bit more color, because otherwise this is really overcast and gray and frankly boring. So I think that's what I'm working with to start with. Find a card for here, possible background for here, then I'll worry about the rest of the stuff. I have grabbed out my travel pocket cards, and I'm about to reveal something here. I used to be able to fit all of my travel pocket cards in 2 of these pouches. Well, recently I had to go to 3. I was just getting too many that they didn't all fit, and I separate them by color order. So this is part 3 that I have here. So you can kind of see where it starts, and then it goes all the way through black and white and then multicolor. So I'm hoping maybe there's something purple in here I can use. I would do multicolor if it worked. If it was black, white, purple, black, gray, some kind of combination that would work. But really, I think I'd love to find some purple to really bring that out over here. I've actually found 3 cards that I'm considering, and they all are pretty close to this purple hue here. The first one I found is this one. I like it that it gives me some nice journaling options, and then it has those stars on it. That's kind of fun. When I put it up here, it does match pretty well. However, there's something about this. I don't know why, but it bothers me. So I'm not sure I'm going to end up using it. I like the stars, I think, probably because they mimic how this looks. And the heart feels out of place. So I don't know that I'm going to end up using that one. But the color's great, so you never know. And then I have this one that just says, note to self, remember these special moments. I like that a lot. It's very simple. The phrase is simple, but there's just a pop of that little kind of lavender or orchid color to bring that in. And then the rest I can just journal whatever I want. So I'm really liking that one. Then I have this one, which is closer to the first one. It's a lot of purple, which I have 0 problem with. I love that. It really brings this out, which is great. What I don't like here is the separated journaling. And again, I don't exactly know why, but I just wish it didn't have that line in the middle. I have thought already that maybe if I use this, I could put like an embellishment or something here and then just use this space, because really I don't have a ton that I want to say here. I just want to say like this was our next stop of the day, and we knew there were 3 domes and we wanted to explore. That's about it, because in subsequent layouts I will have more room for journaling in other places where I can write things. So I'm undecided. So far this one is kind of leading the pack, but I don't want to discount these because it does provide more purple than this one. In order to help me make my decision about which card to use, I figured I would pull my purple scraps and just see what I have in there. Is there anything that would work behind this photo? Because if I can find something that's a good color match and it just has a little peeking out, maybe I'd be more apt to pick this one, because I wouldn't need as much purple if I've got it down here as well. So we'll just see what I find when I look through here. Okay, I'm a little surprised by what I found. I actually found 3 different strips of paper that might work. I didn't find a full 4x6 where I could just trim this off, put it on top, and call it good. What would have to happen is I'd have to trim the photo, also trim these paper strips, and just tuck it behind to fit. So not quite what I was thinking, but I could make it work. Here are my 3 choices. I have this one, which is just plain cardstock, but look at how close that color match is. That's kind of insane. So certainly that's a good option. I also found this one, which I did not think that I would like, but I'm thinking if I used it this way, in this direction, so all you see is this peeking out the top a little bit, it actually looks pretty good because this is more of a pinky purple, which I have over here, and then the lighting down here makes this look a little darker, which looks like this end. So I think I could get away with it. Yes, there's kind of a weird almost wave pattern or ocean pattern or something happening there, but I think it would be okay. And then lastly, I have this one, which at first I thought I would never pick it because it's got kind of this weird pattern that doesn't look floral, but if I put it up there and it just peeks out a little bit, I don't mind it. It's not too far off from what you see here. I don't find it distracting. So I'm considering that one too. So I have multiple choices here that are all good. So I think what I'm going to do is sort of just put the photo up to all 3 of these, try them out with the cards by laying them there, and that's how I'm going to make my decision. I think I have made my selection and I'm a little surprised by it, but I'm happy about it. I think I'm going to do this card with this piece of paper. So this one only brings in a little purple. This is going to bring in a lot more, plus a subtle pattern. I think it's a nice offset to how plain this is and how little color there is in it. So when I hold them up together, you can kind of see what it'll look like. That'll just peek out. And then this will be next to it. I like it. I do have the option as well. I could make this even more narrow and put strips at the top and the bottom. I'm only going to do it at the top first, just in case I do it and I'm like, yeah, one's enough. I don't want to accidentally trim this down and then basically, not be able to get that back. So I'll start with the top and see how it goes. I have trimmed down a piece of that paper, so I have 1 inch width here. And then I cut off a 1/2 inch of the photo. So to make those even, I need to add a 1/2 inch. So all I'm going to do is just line this up to the 1 inch mark. I already have a little adhesive on there, so it'll stick. Then I have to take the photo and go to a 1/2 inch. Make sure it lines up. So I've got a 1/2 inch over here, 1 inch, or I'm sorry, 1/2 inch here, 4 inch here. And then press to have it stick. So that's what the back looks like, and there's the front. And let's see what I think. Is that enough? You know what? I think it is, because there's a lot of dead space here. There's just a lot of white snow happening. If I want to add something, I could do it here. I could put a circular item there and snip off the edge. I could find a phrase label, something. And actually looking at this, if I'm going to put something here, I don't want this on top of it. I think I probably need to move these. And I originally placed it the other way because I didn't want these next to each other, but I might have to do it. Ooh, you know what though? No, when I see it like that, I don't like it. So those are going to have to stay there. Well, I do have the option. I could do something here. Or I could even stamp a phrase here and still do an embellishment here. Really, I have options, because if I'm not going to add anything to this, I could do some kind of a visual triangle just on this side if I wanted. So I still have options, but I just need to figure out, what do I want to do here? I pulled out all of the ephemera pieces, like digital cut files that I had, whatever, that I had already in my stack from Milwaukee, and I found these that are green. And I like the idea of having a circle up there that I can stamp in or put an embellishment in or something, but I don't like this green. I'm looking for maybe just a slightly lighter shade. So I pulled out all my circles here. And I think these are ones that have patterns. Yep, so that's secondary if I can't find something here. But I'm gonna go through here and see, do I have something lighter that I like better? I've come up with two things here that I want to do. I did find this circle in there, and actually it's a different color than I thought I was gonna go for, but look how nicely it goes with that. And then I realized there's a circle down here. It would be nice if those were diagonal. So that's actually gonna go up here. I don't know what I'm going to put on it yet, but it will go up top there. And then I thought, well, I'm gonna end up having black here, black writing. Maybe I should do a black embellishment like a star or something. I don't know what exactly, but something in black perhaps. Then I need it down here. So I pulled out some washi that I had, and I hope the camera shows it. It's sort of like an asterisk design almost. It actually mimics quite closely this pattern, this star-like pattern in here. So I was thinking, couldn't I just take a little strip of that and put it over the photo? Not the whole way, but partially. It feels right now without seeing it actually on there like it's very, very dark. But I'm hoping that if I tear up a strip and try it, it won't look that bold against this. So I'm going to try it and just cross my fingers. Well, guess what, guys? I realized after I had this washi down for a while, I was staring at the strip. It's not black. It's actually very, very dark purple. And I do sometimes have trouble telling colors that are close like that. So I had to take this up, and I'm not going to use that now. And I had to go in and find another washi instead. So I decided to go with this one, just this black and white stripe that I know is actually black. So I have that on there, and I like it. At first I thought, is that just going to be too much? I like it, especially when I have the black journaling here. It will help tie that all together. So now all I have to do is attach this and find something to go inside the circle. I went into my just bag of miscellaneous paper stars or things like this. So just random star embellishment things I have. So I went in there, found just a plain black one. I think that's actually from, I have a mini star punch, and I think I actually just punched that out of a scrap piece of paper I had. But all I'm going to do is just take my scissors now and trim that off, because I do like the way it looks. And then that will go there. Ooh, you know what? Hold on. This little piece that I didn't use, I was going to throw it away. Would it look weird to have it? I don't like it down there. Could I use it up here? Nope, that's too close. I was hoping maybe I could use it, but I don't like this down here so close to this. What about on the side? Nope, I don't like that either. So you know what? Actually, it probably will just be this. And I think that's enough. I was thinking about, do I need to add something black here? I think not. I can kind of treat this almost like its own thing. And then this layout is as it is, and it's all good. So I think this one is done. So here's another one finished for Milwaukee. Thanks for watching.